my extreme pleasure to have this full day event with some of our closest partners. So for those of you who don't know who or what ShipBob is, we are a global omni-fulfillment partner. We have over 30 global fulfillment centers around the world, across the US, Canada, the United Kingdom, Europe, and Australia. We help merchants fulfill their orders from their direct-to-consumer channels to B2B, retailers, marketplaces, you name it. We also offer custom packaging, gift notes, and ways to improve your customer experience by powering your technology with shipping data. So if you want to send tracking emails that are hyper-specific on when an item is picked and packed, we'll integrate with your Klaviyo setup. If you want to improve your customer support dashboard and allow your reps to be able to pinpoint where a delivery actually is, we'll connect to your customer support dashboard. And we also offer carbon neutral fulfillment and 100% coverage for 2-day delivery across the continental US. So what are we talking about today? We're going to be covering some industry highlights, Cyber Week shipping trends, of course, and key takeaways for 2023. So despite analyst predictions and, of course, fears of recession, return to in-store shopping, inflation, Black Friday sales actually increased 2.3% year over year. Analysts actually predict that peak season spending is going to reach $180 billion this year. And those are e-commerce sales. That's about a 55-44% split between desktop and mobile sales. What have we seen? Well, we noticed that the holiday season is getting longer. So merchants, you have to make sure you get your inventory to your warehouses sooner rather than later. We saw discounts starting as early as October, with brands and marketplaces, aka Amazon, Walmart, starting promotions in early October. So omni-channel presence is key. There's no longer an excuse to sell on a single channel. And if you have any questions about expanding to retailers, to marketplaces, drop shipping, to essentially allowing customers to order on a retailer's site and shipping directly to them, we'll be happy to answer those questions as well. Another interesting insight is Giving Tuesday actually outpaced Cyber Monday for the second year in a row. We see that consumers are being very intentional with their dollars and waiting for the absolute best deal, and oftentimes pushing out that purchase until Tuesday. I know I made all of my purchases on Giving Tuesday as well. So for ShipBob, Black Friday was the biggest shopping day of the year. These are pretty impressive figures. Our merchants actually grew 80% year over year in terms of shipment volume. You see that 3 days actually had more than 260,000 orders. It's no surprise that Thanksgiving Thursday was actually the lowest volume in orders, because more and more consumers actually spent time with their family this year after missing it for COVID-induced separation for the past few years. As I said, Black Friday was the busiest shopping day you'll see here, with over 360,000 orders placed in a single day. Giving Tuesday outpaced Cyber Monday, and in total, Cyber Week orders, as I mentioned, outperformed 2021 by over 80%. So Reese, that was 80%. So let's actually zoom into regional performance. I mean, there's no surprise here. These are some of the biggest states in the country. You have California accounting for 15% of all orders. Not only that, they had more orders than the lower 50% of states combined, and that includes Puerto Rico. Texas, New York, and Florida all followed suit with 8%, 6%, and 5.5% of all orders respectively. This really should get you thinking about distributing your inventory, right? We know shipping costs are increasing, general rate increases are going up. So it's so important to optimize your shipping zones. You don't want to send your parcels from a warehouse in New York to your Californian customers. So distributing inventory is essential to lower those shipping costs, to meet those fast delivery expectations, and to really optimize your margins here. So this is another interesting graph. We see that standard shipping stays pretty consistent in its share of order volume throughout Q4. But what's interesting to see is through Cyber Week, it's actually the first time that standard shipping outpaces both expedited and buy online and pick up store. So, why is that? You would expect during Cyber Week, during Black Friday, the door busting sales, that people would either prefer to pick up in store or they would want expedited shipping to make sure that their orders arrive on time. We looked at what some of our merchants were doing for Cyber Week, and I think we found the reason. So free shipping was layered on to discounts across our merchant ecosystem. We see companies like Beach Waver, Dossier, Hero, Caker, all layering on free shipping with discounts. Why is that? Well, as I mentioned, it's always important to optimize your margins, but now more than ever, it's all about not lowering your prices tremendously, but adding on benefits and different perks that aren't necessarily 50% off, 30% off. Well, maybe you keep your 15 or 20% off that you would maybe traditionally offer with, say, a newsletter sign up, and now offer free shipping. Additionally, we see a lot of brands using free shipping as a mechanism to drive higher order value. We know 80% of consumers already expect free shipping when ordering certain dollar amounts of products. And as I mentioned, shipping fees are frequently named as one of the main reasons why shoppers abandon their carts, and they continue to go up. But we all know nothing is really ever free, including shipping. And at ShipBob, we probably know that more than anyone. And that's especially true right now. I spoke about it earlier, but general rate increases, which are essentially carrier fees, are on the rise. I think this Q4, FedEx announced almost a 7% increase, which is the largest increase in history. You layer that on with holiday surcharges, your shipping fees could get quite pricey. So to offer free shipping on your products, you either need to pay out of pocket or increase the cost of your products, which is why we saw discounting, steep discounts less frequent, and instead, marginal discounts layered on with this free shipping. So when done correctly, it could also have a major payoff. 48% of consumers will add extra items to their carts just to qualify for free shipping. And so, we know that customers expect it. We know that it can increase average order volume, and we know that it can drive conversions. So how can you actually offer it while maintaining strong margins? Well, I think you know what I'm going to say. You should partner with a 3PL like ShipBob. So, a 3PL can help you across peak performance. It helps you reduce complexity. You can leverage faster shipping at discounted prices because, we purchase our shipping labels in bulk. So you'll get a discount with a 3PL that you will be unable to achieve alone. As I mentioned, Cyber Week, Black Friday, for example, 360,000, orders went out. That's a lot of shipping labels. So working with carriers, we're able to get bulk discounts that we can ultimately pass on to our merchants. We also allow you to distribute your inventory. As I mentioned, we have 30 plus fulfillment centers around the world. So you can have your inventory in California for your Californians. You can have it in New York for your New Yorkers. You can have it in Europe or in the UK for, your European shoppers. And you can expand globally with less operational complexity. Not only that, we have partners that can help you with DDP, with local taxes. I think expansion is one of the things that ShipBob does really well, and we have a whole team here dedicated to helping our merchants grow into new markets. We also can help you power your tech stack. So I mentioned this before, but leveraging your shipping data across your existing tools, your customer support tools, your email tools, your IMS tools. We're able to seamlessly send your shipping data into those tools and allow you to expand the capabilities that you have within. We help you, as I mentioned, fulfill international orders and grow your omni-channel presence. This has been a big effort for ShipBob in the past year. I think we have over 86 retail partners. So that's everyone from Nordstrom's to Walmart to Ulta to Sephora to Chewy.com. And I think selling into retailers, especially during peak season, can really help you grow your business. And of course, cheaper today across the US, especially because you don't have to rely on more pricey air freight. By having your inventory closer to customers, you can leverage ground transport, which is also more eco-friendly. And I think I mentioned this in the beginning, but all of our warehouses and our headquarters are carbon neutral. We offer carbon neutral packaging, recyclable packaging, compostable packaging, and we also use algorithms, special box algorithms, to make sure that we're not wasting space and sending boxes that are too large for your products. Everything is optimized for the most efficient way possible. Then last but not least, maybe you're not ready for a 3PL. Maybe you like having control of your own warehouse. Well, we have a product here for you as well. This year, we're really excited to release our new Merchant Plus warehouse management system. We've worked with some of the largest and fastest growing D2C brands across the Shopify, BigCommerce, ecosystem to help them optimize their warehouse operations. So not only that, we can pass on those shipping cost discounts, those stamps in bulk. We can help increase your global presence. So if you have a US-based warehouse, but you want to start selling in Australia, stay in control of your US warehouse, but leverage our global fulfillment centers to expand strategically. And then, of course, expanding to new channels. I just spoke about this. B2B is so important, and selling into retailers is so important. We can help you do that, and all within the comfort of your own warehouse. So if you have any questions about that, reach out to any of the ShipBob reps today. We'll have a host in every session. And you can also check out our booth for more information, leave questions, and a special discount. So I'll leave you with this quote from one of our customers, Tom Brady's brand TB12. They experienced 4x their normal volume this past December, which was their second holiday with ShipBob. They grew exponentially, and we didn't miss a beat. We were able to fulfill all their orders, integrate into their tech stack, and provide their end consumers with the best possible experience from placing that order to unboxing. So as I mentioned, you can get started today with $1,000 in free shipping credits by visiting shipbob.com/ecommerce unpacked. Thank you. And if you have any questions, I can definitely answer some of them now, or you can email me at gellison@shipbob.com, and I can connect you to the appropriate team member. Cool. So what is the closest warehouse and shipping center you have to St. George? I'm guessing that's Utah. So I'm going to drop a link to our locations page. I know we definitely have fulfillment centers we have them in Nevada. So I think the closest one will be in Las Vegas. We have about 5 in California, Phoenix, Arizona. Let me drop that in there. Depending, what we'll do is we will look at a breakdown of where your orders are actually coming in from, and we will give you a recommendation on the best way to distribute that inventory across our warehouses. Let's see if there are any other questions. Can you ship to European countries from Canada through DHL? Absolutely. So we do have Canada to the rest of the world shipping available. I do believe ShipBob can ship to over 220 countries. We use a mix of carriers, local carriers, global carriers, DHL, Canada Post, Royal Mail, FedEx, USPS, you name it. And again, every order is, thought out. So we're going to give you the lowest rate possible. We're going to shop around on your behalf and say, okay, you're shipping, from Canada to the EU. Where's the best rate available today, this moment, and apply that stamp for you. Let's see. It looks like those are all of the. Oh, can you manage returns when shipping internationally? Well, it is on a case-by-case basis. We have a number of returns partners. You'll see one later today, Loop Returns, and they all have a slightly different offering. We also have a partner manager exclusively dedicated to returns and returns management. So while we do have some international returns offerings, I am not exactly sure the logistics on it depends where internationally you're shipping from. I think that would be the best answer. How are returns handled if they are not able to be put back in inventory? So this is another returns question, and it is again on a case-by-case basis. It depends on, do you need your product, checked for damages? We can do some light triage in our warehouses. Are we going to steam, fold, and re-iron and repackage? No, but we do have partners, returns processing partners, that will be able to do that. So essentially, you would send your return to one of these massive return processing centers. They would triage it. They would say, okay, this needs to be re-ironed, refolded, repackaged, and then they would send it back to our warehouse. Alternatively, it seems like if they're not being able to be put back into inventory, I'm assuming you mean destroyed. I know that we do destroy items as well. Of course, that is not very eco-friendly. So we have different options available, and I would be happy to connect you with one of our returns management partners in that case. So, that looks like all of the questions here today. Again, please use our agenda tool on the left to customize the sessions. You'll be able to access this summit throughout the day with the main registration link that you used. You can always visit events.shipbob.com to rejoin the summit, and each session will open 10 minutes before. So, our next one is with BigCommerce. You'll see on the left-hand side there, they'll be sharing all of their Cyber Week data and platform updates. You can join that session right now by clicking that button. And if there are no more questions, let's see, we have one more. Do you have operations from Colombia to the rest of the world? So unfortunately, at this moment, we do not have Latin American fulfillment facilities. We are, however, happy to connect you with our network of 3PL and fulfillment partners to find the right one that can help address your needs for Colombia. Until when is this free shipping credit valid? So if you submit the form, it is valid until you're ready to get onboarded. I can't promise it'll be available in the next 5 years, but if you fill out that form today, you chat with our rep, maybe you're not ready right now, but you'll be ready, next year, we can definitely apply that credit. Do you offer any services in Puerto Rico for our online store? So I personally am Puerto Rican. I'm moving there on Saturday, and I was a little bummed this Black Friday because a lot of merchants are not shipping to Puerto Rico. As I mentioned, ShipBob does offer capabilities to ship to Puerto Rico, but we do not yet have a Puerto Rican fulfillment center. But maybe I will start one, and we can start fulfilling out of my apartment. So I have to register free shipping first, right? I'm not sure what that question is, Marliana. If you want to fill out that form, again, you can also access that form by visiting our booth up above. And once you fill it out, somebody will be in contact with you, and they'll be able to hop on the phone and answer some questions. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for starting your morning with us. I hope you have a very happy holiday season. And again, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. The general chat is open all day. And enjoy the sessions.